Factorio Space Age Death World Marathon, the Spicy Side Quest Part 6. We are on a desert world which has given us some complications. I think we've managed most of them. We got a bit of a wall. We got an intent to go to space, but it's not going to happen in the next 6.5 minutes, so I guess let's get rid of that one. Is it going to happen in the next 7 hours? I suspect so. We do have bots now. There's a bunch of work to do there. Yeah, we need to kind of extend this down here so we can cover the rest of the wall we want to build, although I think we're also going to be going after all of these bases so we can grab these resources, because we have the problem of, yeah, running out of stuff pretty hard. We do have a little outpost that's well defended that also needs its own bot networks, and I'm seeing, yeah, we don't want bots flying across these diagonals, especially with attack pools leaning here. So actually this roboport here, we need to move back a bit. So let's go and do that. There is still quite a bit to do. We've got a couple of new techs lined up. I think there's some new military options we wanted. Mostly we wanted to get this thing set back so that these bits of wall were not in range of this roboport. So if we get it back, say here, I've actually got the bots so I can build this myself. Are we now? Yeah, so we are no longer trying to do maintenance on the other piece of wall from the main base network, which is kind of important. Did I get some? I got 3 bots when we did that. We will need more bots. We're going to get these bots down here as well. The disadvantage of this is we're going to need to have, yeah, we've got some blue science running, we've got the labs running, we're doing mining prod because we are imagining that this would be, I'm just looking at this line of, oh, we don't have electric engines because of batteries, whatever. Not a huge deal. Can we actually sneak through here? Maybe we can't. What did we, oh yeah, we, cool, great. And what are we, oh, we're still just running. Okay, I think we're also going to prod mod these because we can, why not? Somewhere in here we have, yeah, I've already got enough roboports for this other section. The stone, actually, that's a good stone thing we can do, isn't it? Oh yeah, we put the walls back in. Yeah, we have an iron shortage in the main base as well. There's a lot of stuff that's going on here, and we are running out of stone. I wanted a decent amount of this stone to take to an additional location. Basically, we want the roboports on the other wall sections as well. Do we need? I don't think we need this outpost, so we can have the bots blast this, and then also having realized that we want to build this section over here as well, I think we just make sure that, yeah, let's get some roboport coverage out there as well. And I think we are going to decide that we no longer need any of these outposts. Do we get rid of, I think we get rid of these landmines as well. How spicy do we want to be? And yeah, we're gonna attempt to press through mining productivity as a research. Oh wait, do I have, maybe I have enough power balls for this. We're going to attempt to press through mining productivity as a research because it's kind of slow, while we don't really have the resources we need to be doing everything else we want to. Where I still have chests, which is good. Where did I put the... I'm sure I had roboports. Did I not have roboports? Did I put the roboports somewhere else? Okay, I guess we're going back for roboports. Actually, in here would be ideal. We would get almost all the coverage of all the walls we wanted to be able to protect. Some of these guys are going to need a little more. Yeah, we'll just break these sections up a little bit for no particular reason, whatever, it's fine. Yeah, we are planning on not necessarily going all the way through Space Age, because we do have a main Space Age run. Oh, this is how reversing works, we've got to go this way. But we will be trying to at least get to the point where we are happy that, oh, probably a storage chest. I wanted more bots than that. I guess we're going back for more bots. Yeah, we want to get to the point where we were happy that the base would be able to do the rest of a Space Age run were we so inclined. Because the other pretty important location we've got to get bot support to is down here, where we've got, yes, some power grid, some other flame defenses down here. Oh, we need repair packs down here as well, don't we? And then I think if we... Do I have landfill on me? No. Okay, so we're going to have to figure out somewhere, and it might even be... If we put rubber ports over here, no, I was wondering about putting rubber ports down here, but it doesn't have quite coverage on all of the walls. Okay, drop the radar, put this rubber port here, and then let's go and check with those flamethrowers whether or not we have coverage over... Oh, this does actually give us all the coverage we want. We are fine. Okay. You will want... This is also the main spot where we are doing a lot of defending. Yeah, all in a chest here. Lots of guys doing repairing stuff. I don't think these bullets or gun turrets need to exist anymore. And we did use a storage chest for this, which means you guys have also got a nice little supply of other wall you can have, as well as having a lot of jobs. We are pretty likely to lose bots in this network just because of how many attacks we are receiving on this part of the base. Because we are putting a lot of pollution around this water, and this is kind of the main spot where I think they're coming around to attack. They might also be coming around the other way. I have no idea how long that path is, but we are going to ignore that and hope that we are fine. And then did this roboport adequately cover the other section of wall? Nearly, but not quite. So we're going to need another roboport, say here, and then we should have all the coverage we need. And we've actually got a whole lot more accessible wall in here as well, so we're going to grab this back and we're going to pretend that we are defended. We're actually going to grab... I don't think we're going to do that here, but I don't think we're going to do it in the main base here. This is the little mining outpost with all the stuff. We've got a whole lot of iron. We've got, yeah, power poles. Cue the power pole, put it back. We probably want to be moving this back with the train, but I'm not sure it's a huge deal yet. Probably would be a good idea, but we've got a steel outpost here as well. Yeah, we've got these flamethrowers, we've got all these steel and engines which we're using for the blue science. A bunch of stuff got destroyed here, not really concerned. We are not going to need yellow ammo at all anymore, and I don't even know what we're doing with all of that stuff. I think actually we should tear that down as well, which probably means... yeah, putting another roboport over here somewhere. Here's a good spot. Okay, that's not quite a good spot. Maybe we can sneak it in here? It does look like we can sneak it in here. Okay, I like that, because now we've got range over... Yeah, this bunker here also does not need to exist, and neither do these landmines, because we are presuming to be safe from the other directions via... Okay, I'm just going to grab that myself. Via the application of violence, which we might end up needing to do again, to be honest. Yeah, all of that we're going to presume is safe. And then there's, yeah, driving past more rocks. The thing that does strike me, and this is not going to get a huge amount of work done, but it might get a little bit of work done, is we need more stone, and we might end up needing more stone. Yeah, we still have... Okay, we are also running the copper buffer down. We need all of these things. We're going to have in here a little stone logistics chest, which is going to drop things back into the network. And now we've done that, we can have bots pick up the rocks on the map for a pleasant but small amount of stone, which is still going to be, you know, the bots aren't doing anything else. They're kind of... That wasn't a rock, that was a destroyed gun turret. This is not exactly the best use of bot time, but it is a use of bot time. Getting the ones outside the walls are going to be pretty spicy. Yeah, we're going to turn this into rail. We're going to turn it into... Oh, we never actually... we dropped some of these... Oh, because when we deleted the outpost, we deleted the power connection. Oh, well, never mind. Yeah, we're going to be able to turn some of these things into a bit more rail and a bit more wall, but there's also just not a whole lot of rocks around. We are going to have to go and do a bunch of security stuff, and I think for that, yeah, I've got the steel, so I think we're going to grab... We've got a small amount of wood. There's more wood somewhere else. Did you also... We did get... Okay, so things we want include a flamethrower because we can. Oh, my inventory is full. Cool. Take this shotgun out because we're not going to need that either, because we can go to a combat shotgun if we got a small amount more wood. There were several ways of doing that. Oh, we've also got the capsules. We're actually going to want all of these, aren't we? We are going to want several of these things, and we're actually waiting for green chips. This was for if we were going to handcraft. Yeah, we don't really want to be handcrafting those green chips. I don't know that there is... I think actually we turn one of these... Oh wait, but where are you getting green chips from? Oh, you guys can get green chips here and here. That is acceptable. Okay, so you're going to make slowdowns. You're going to make... Yeah, we're going to get both slowdowns and poisons here. We're going to take off this box limit, give you guys each some steel, and then if we had... We're actually waiting on the iron. Did we not get... We did connect this. It is doing everything that it can. We are just running out the iron in the main base as well. Things that I don't really like, but we can't... I mean, I guess it's... Do we go and build a train station? Do we go and secure the other iron? There was another iron patch in... down here that we could also just have. You guys are waiting on bot jobs, which is fine. Yeah, all of this is looking pretty healthy now at this point. Sure, bots just getting things done. Yeah, maybe we go and make a train station to bring this stuff in. Maybe we... Yeah, I mean, if I built the flamethrower, the other thing I should do with the steel that we have... there's nothing else in here that I wanted, so there's just a lot of gun turrets. Yeah, is drop the steel back over here in... Oh yeah, the steel engine buffer over here, steel buffer over here. Feels like these are almost still full. Yeah, they are, because we're going to be limited by the red chips, which is also just an oil thing. So maybe we want to go and do that combat. Is there somewhere that we can... Oh, you're still waiting on the green chips because you guys in particular need... Oh, because you're grabbing... Because the iron I need for science, in addition to... all... Yeah. Things that are a little bit of a problem. Okay, we're going to make this problem worse by just kicking these grenades into the military science and presuming that we have everything else. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's still kind of badly hand-fed that we kind of need to fix with trains, but we're not going to. Yeah, these fish, I guess we keep for a while. How many... This is a decent amount of rail, isn't it? I want this not in my inventory. I want this wood not in my inventory. I wanted... Yeah, I think we probably have enough steel to do a flamethrower fuel thing. So let's go and do that because... Oh yeah, we definitely have enough steel for this flamethrower thing, don't we? If we are doing this combat, then that's going to be super helpful, and I guess here is a point that's, you know, kind of disgusting, but not too bad. Whatever. Have a couple of chests of things. Okay, let's move this one. So now we can have some flamethrower fuel, which is going to be a pretty big deal. We are going... This doesn't take productivity modules, does it? No. And we could efficiency module some things, whatever. Not really concerned about that at all. Yeah, we've got landmines. I think we... I mean, what is the resource priority? The mining productivity is going to help a bit. These guys... Oh, there's actually... There's a couple of other notches in our wall. Damage we took before we had the construction robots, so they didn't leave ghosts. But yeah, fix this up. This is not what we need to be doing. We need to be going and securing more materials, and we don't even need this coal, but this is essentially a kind of procrastination. I guess we're going to be fine. We'll enjoy having done this later, I suppose. Yeah, we're getting both of these capsules. I need to reset up my hotbar so I can actually access some of those capsules. I'm just trying to figure out whether what we do is actually just, and I think it probably needs to be, do we just slap in some rails so we can conclude where some train stations will be? Like, if we have a train station here that can deposit oil, how long should our trains be? And what are we doing with... Yeah, this is... Because the plan I'm thinking about is, can we just drive a train through this little canyon here, destroy these bases, not bother killing this base, and just flamethrower defense wherever there's gaps in the cliffs? Like, there's a gap here, and then we would only need wall here and here, which is a lot less wall than defending the entire thing. But we are also leaning into the conclusion that all these nests need to go away, but I don't know if we have the walls to secure all of that, so maybe we need to secure this first, which also feels really bad. Where are the... Oh yeah, the walls are over here in the dedicated wall storage box, of which we have only 700. That is a concern. Okay, we've got a couple of hundred wall in the other locations as well. We don't want to take away all of this wall, but I think we are concluding that this base, not over here, this base here needs to disappear so that we can secure the stone. But this is already getting a little bit spicy because there are a large number of big biters. Fortunately, we have some number of capsules which we have prepared earlier, and I don't think we're going to need the gun turrets anymore. I think it's going to be slowdown capsule into poison capsule into landmines, because I just don't think the yellow gun turrets are going to be doing all that much for us anymore, which means I think we unset you. I could also have some solar panels, but I don't have anything else that I would be doing with that. But I think we're going to go and... Oh no, wait, because I don't have the red chips. I did see there were a couple of red chips at the end of this belt which we're going to grab, and now we can have... this armor is just 5 by 5. We can probably still only have maybe 11 or 13 solar panels, so we're just going to craft those by hand. Yeah, really not a whole lot of red chips left. Where were they? Oh yeah, it's because these two transfer onto the belt, but yeah. We could have also banged a whole lot of efficiency modules into our mining drills to reduce the pollution, except we haven't really even made all that many extra efficiency modules, and I don't even mind how many... Like, I don't mind missing out on the pollution reduction because we just didn't have the copper or the plastic to be dealing with that. I think what we've actually got to do is realize that I'm still carrying a whole lot more steel and copper than I necessarily wanted. You guys can just all get in there, it's going to be fine. What are you... Oh yeah, you guys are looking at this copper because we didn't want to... Okay, whatever, we're going to ignore it and move on. We're going to go and do a whole bunch of combat because we need to... Oh wait, we also... Yeah, we don't have the blue sides at the moment. Okay, so I guess this whole mining productivity is cool, but we can't quite get it yet. We are going to roll into doing a bunch of... Yeah, personal battery is going to be useful, night vision, all of this red and green stuff that we probably have the resources for, but it doesn't feel great. Yeah, we need to go and secure the stone. Yeah, we don't even have that many bots free, but we do have... Okay, we do not want to be making any more construction bots. I think 600 construction bots, probably fine. We want... Yeah, this iron is fine, which is strange. Okay, give me... Wait, did I have... I did still have steel. Okay, you guys can take the steel. Give me all of the capsules. Gun turret's not a thing we're using. I have a bunch of Landmines. Where's the backup? Yeah, I've got the backup car. The other car is in this direction. Let's just swing past the iron and steel outpost first and blast a bunch of stuff into the handcrafting queue because that stuff is super helpful. Yeah, we're going to need a pile of this stuff. We're going to need signals, we're going to need tanks and pumps, and then regular cargo wagons. We're going to need train stations. In fact, over here, yeah, we have an assembler that is used to be making ammo that can make poles for us that we can put in a different box, of which we can limit to, say, 4 stacks, because we do also want to be doing the big power pole stuff now that we can. And then, yeah, for train stations, we're going to want a bunch of boxes, a bunch more inserters. Handcrafting is going to be gross for a while, but whatever. We're also going to grab a bunch of coal because we have a pile of green chips in the inventory, which I thought we were done with, but decided we were not, because we can craft... Oh, capsules are actually... Poison capsules are actually cheaper than slowdown capsules. I had no idea. I thought they were the same cost. Okay, never mind. Handcrafting is a resource. We're going to use it. We also still have... I thought I crafted more than this. Apparently I cancelled the solar panel craft to craft something else instead. It's fine, no big deal. Yeah, things we could have automated but have not automated yet, but will enjoy having a lot of these. Enjoy having a lot of stuff just working its way through the queue as we're doing this combat, of which I now hope we don't die, because we will, yeah, vent a whole bunch of stuff over the ground, which would be a bit of a shame. But where can we get through to? Over here is where we can make our way out of the facility and over to, yeah, a nest by the stone, which looks like it has an attack group next to it, which is almost as big as the base itself, which is super cool. Yeah, I was wondering whether or not we would be able to get this done in, that's not where I want it to be, in, say, 10 hours, but with the amount of stuff we're trying to expand and push and then build more mining outposts, that might also not be possible, which is a little bit of a shame. This car I would rather not lose, but I think we're probably okay. As long as we don't, yeah, get out in the middle of the acid to repair it. But yeah, it's pretty important that that went easily and quickly, because we do have a lot more pushing of that kind to do, but with larger nests, and then an attack group that's still pooling here from... Is this an attack group that's pooling here from a different base? Oh well, never mind. This is also kind of closer to the walls than I thought. Like, maybe we just grab these flamethrowers, put the radar in a different place, and just have a little outpost, say, here. I mean, building this is going to be super interesting, especially with, yeah, these biters are turning up from other outposts, but we also didn't bring wall with us. We did bring flamethrowers, but that's not a good idea. Did we bring... We have mining drills, but not belt. Okay, so we're going to go back and... Oh, and also, yeah, we need quite a few walls. We're going to have to go and pick up a bunch of stuff. It's kind of close to the base, but the place where we want to take the stone is all the way over the other side, so maybe we do this with a train after all, which means I think we probably want to drop gates in the queue, and in fact, bullet damage is not a thing we need until we're going towards space. So yeah, other reasons why we might not actually get into space as quickly as we were hoping we would. There's still a lot of blue research to do, and we are not really in the space of doing blue research. I have made train stations. Okay, I don't think I want this train station here, because I don't think this oil is where we put the oil when we get it from a train. I think we put the train station over here, because we've already got pumps to the main processing, but also it will support, yeah, this is the line that goes out to the other wall by the power plant and the other outposts. So maybe the train station goes over here, which would also free us up a bunch of this space, but would also mean that a thing we really want to do is extend, yeah, whatever, extend this Roboport network over to this little bit of outpost, so we can put train stations here. The question attached to that is, where is this rail going through? If we're bringing the stone around to hit this, and then we're also bringing in oil from the north to over here, we're going to need probably a two-way rail station that does just sneak through here. So it looks like that's where one of these lines can go, and then another one next to it, say here. Is that... we can actually put it super close to each other. So that's going to be what we do. This is going to be the train spine that we think about building, and we can have an oil station down here, and then also these parts are going to be more difficult for bots to build because they're going to be in an area that does not have rails, but that's fine. But I don't think we defend it with a train. I think we still just... okay, that's a really bad place for it. I think we still just pull in oil from this section of the wall in a way that hopefully isn't too much of a mess. So I need to get back out, don't I? And yeah, the reason why we have these big power poles is they are immune to fire, which means... oh, they don't actually say immune to fire. I'm pretty sure they're immune to fire. Yeah, which means we can put them in the middle of flamethrower defenses and not worry about them getting destroyed and cutting off the base. The other issue, though, is this pipe is not immune to fire. So when we are connecting this oil out, however that happens, and it looks like we're going about here, this oil pipe is going to be vulnerable. So I think we're going to need to connect it in multiple places. And then also, I'm pretty sure I see, yeah, these guys over here. Could you guys all just hang out in the poison cloud? Thanks. Actually, why don't you wander down here where we still have some other landmines? I brought 3 bots. Does this Roboport have bots? This Roboport has 10 bots. I would enjoy not having to build this myself. And even though this could take a little bit too long because, you know, we've already got attacks pooling there, we're going to see if we can make this work as a purely bot build. So I guess the train station is going here or something. We can have... where is this going to go? We can go here. We can give you bots and repair packs. We can give you a thing with the walls and the flamethrowers, and yeah, you guys can just take your time. Oh, actually, another thing we're going to need that's pretty important is a deletion planner that goes landmines and actually at this point just landmines. We wanted a landmines and ghosts and other stuff as well, but if we did that now, we would get rid of the ghost walls, which we definitely want to keep. So just do all of this again so we get the walls back. Yeah, this also means we have a nice standard pattern of where the walls are relative to the flamethrowers that we like. It's just a little bit of an issue that we are going to have. I guess we just need to do this again. So before I link this up, and before I get the car in the wrong place, we should probably make sure that we can get all the... yeah, we should do the miners with priority over the flamethrowers so that we know that everything is fitting in a way that works. Even though, yeah, this is going to power these guys on. We're going to have attacks arriving because we are now a source of pollution, even though we are nowhere near properly defended. But I'm still here, and I've got capsules, and maybe that's enough? Yeah, you go back. Oh no. We removed the bot network, and so all the bots defaulted to the other bot network. That was a bit of a misplay. We needed to place another roboport before we removed the first one. Oh, and also the place where I put it down was unpowered. Cool. So that's, yeah, things that are a little bit of a shame, and then it turns out these flamethrowers over here, I would do better to move by one tile. And I think we just... Do we just go ham? It looks like we are just going ham. I would like more bots here to build these walls quickly, especially as we are just adding things. But I also don't want to leave because I'm the thing defending this, but I think we do that anyway, because probably the bots just went to this roboport up here again. Yeah, 19 bots. I will have those 19 bots. Thank you very much. I think there's an easier way to do this, isn't it? I think we, like, this corner can still defend, but I think we just, especially as all of this is within build range of both networks, we can use the main roboport network to defend this position as well. If we go like here and here, then does that mean we want to... Yeah, but okay, so I think we build all of this as one contiguous wall network, but then we have different roboports supporting the outpost section, because I don't think we need quite as many flamers in here. In fact, perhaps we can move this around a little bit. The other option that might be easier is, do we just run this all the way back to the other wall and enclose the rail as well? Maybe we do, and then maybe we don't even need gates. Yeah, okay, let's go and do that. Yeah, I like this a lot. We have still not connected this to the main network, so this is just a distinct roboport network by itself, which it looks like. Or we've also broken the fluid network. So here it looks like a place where we can throw in a little pump, and that should need one more power pole and then work fine. And then these guys need, yeah, so we need more underground pipes. All of this wall is now surplus to requirements, which is fantastic. This is a dedicated roboport network for this little section of wall, so we shouldn't have anything over here doing weird stuff. But then we do need more underground pipes, and then we need to do a train station thing. A lot of this stuff is, however, surplus, so rebuild this as well, because we've got... actually, do we have those? I thought I changed this off construction robots. No, I meant to change it to logistics robots, and then we haven't researched logistics robots yet. So, pipes into underground pipes. Yeah, we're probably starting to lose flamethrower turrets. I was kind of hoping we'd be losing bots there, but never mind. And yeah, give me these green chips back. Go this way around. Make some underground pipes, and now we've got underground pipes in the network as well, which is good. Let's go and, yeah, see if we can get some wall, because we will need to be... Oh, 1,100 wall. That's pretty nice. Let's also grab things that are a continued problem that we would, yeah, really like to have done better, but we haven't. It's probably fine. Yeah, this network is the bit where we wanted to do, I think. Okay. Oh yeah, we probably just dropped a bunch of stuff on the ground. It's probably fine. Car is on the ground. Oh well. Yeah, we needed to... Let's just drop another box, say here. Give these guys a pile of wall. Give them the things they need. Give them the flamethrower back. Give them a bunch of the rail. yeah, get my car back. This section of wall is complete, which is fantastic. We've got a nice little music swell as we have completed this stuff. It's fine. Let's just fill in this little piece of, yeah, this is the other network that we need to give the rail to build the... Do I have... I've got some amount of... Yeah, I picked up the cars again. Alright, might have cars damaged. Not really. Okay, we want to make a little train station. Why don't we have... Okay, whatever. We maybe need to address that as well, because, yeah, we do not have all the things we need. Okay, we are going to need a train station in here somewhere. Here looks like a decent place. Is this actually a decent place? Maybe we should have lined it up with this other train station. Never mind. I'm pretty sure bots have many of these parts now, so we are not even going to worry about it. We're just going to delete all this stuff. Run this train station in here. This is a box where we need to put some more rail. We are defending our stone outpost, which is fantastic. And yeah, let's smash in a quick stone station. I think we're just going to do a 1-for-1 train. Is that what we're doing? It might be. I don't really have... Okay, I've got a small amount of coal fuel, and then let's see if we can... Yeah, I think we're going to have to do this kind of nasty setup. That is a 1-3-1 train. That is not what we wanted. We want a 1-4-1 train, which means we've also now got, yeah, this stuff again. Yeah, these are things we can give bots again, and I think we probably just front to back it, because we've still only got 19 mining drills on this. It's fine. It does not even matter. So, if I could please... Okay, we're not going to queue an inserter because it's hiding behind the train. We want to do something basically like this in all places, although the ones on the other side of the train into the box probably could just be regular inserters. This is even where we want it to be, which is nice. And then, yeah, we throw a couple of big power poles in here. We've got a train loading plan. And this looks pretty gross, and it is, but it will make sure that, yeah, every wagon will be filled before it leaves. I think we're going to pull this back to... Yeah, so we're going to cache not much more than... In fact, maybe I think we should actually pull it back to, say, here. We're going to cache not much more than a full wagon's worth of stuff in each set of boxes. You guys are going to want belt and boxes and inserters. I think you... Did you need power poles? I don't remember. I can have another 3 construction robots because we happen to have that stuff. Okay, so we've got ourselves a stone outpost. Things are going pretty well. Did we get fuel to all of these flamethrowers? Looks like it. I don't think we need this one here, though. And then this box also needs some rail. And then... Can we... Is it a good idea to build down here? We're still not going to end up too far off being concave, are we? I think this is fine. I think we can have regular power poles, because this is what the bots have, because we have not actually mauled any of those big power poles. The only places the big power poles exist are in my inventory and in my handcrafting queue. That's kind of fine. Yeah, let's name a train station. This is going to be... Ian gets to be the train station of stone. Amazing. Oh, and then E, yeah, no longer closes the thing. You are going to go to Ian until you are full. That's full fuel. This, we actually want full cargo. And yeah, this is going to front to back this train. When the train is full, it's going to not actually go underground because I don't have any of the underground belts. So we need to do that as well. But yeah, we have now outposted the stone, which is a weird thing to be outposting first, but it's not actually the first thing we've outposted, because the first thing we outposted was this stuff. And yeah, these guys are having a good time. Okay, I think we want a little more space in here so that we can signal this intersection a little better. If we go like this, then we can have, where are my signals? We want a chain signal where? Let's do train signals on the inside, and that's going to be fine. This one here needs to be a chain signal. And then this one, if this is going to be a silly both directions thing, this needs to be a chain signal in here as well. We need to chain signal the station, and the thing I'm wondering, given we have this little patch of iron here, can we straight up just grab this whole mess, miss the flamethrowers, and just drop it here? And I think the answer is going to be very close to yes, except maybe we don't want this rubber port or this power pole or this box or some of these pipes. Oh, this is a little bit of a problem. I think we're going to have to go and deal with that. We still do have the capsules, which is fine. We are going to have to worry about responding to things quickly in a little bit more aggressive ways later. Did we never have any landmines here? This is now in the Roboport network, so we are just going to be putting these things back. Yeah, these are attacks from the other bases that we wanted to go and push because they've got the other resources we wanted, which I think is now just time to do that. I think we still need an underground over here. This piece of the base, not so important. Let's go and do that underground thing first. Did we leave anything in a car? Do I still have the other backup car? Yes. Okay, so tech priorities. The outposting is still taking longer than we would like. That's kind of always the case. Let's get landfill. Let's get the other capacity extension. The bullet damage we don't need till space. And then we really are into things that need the blue tech, and we still don't have the oil for that. So I think we got to go outpost again, and that was kind of always the plan. Can we, within the next 5 minutes or so, build this rail line through the canyon, get some oil on this train so that we can get our blue science going at the speed we want to if we are going to be, yeah, cheeky about getting to space quickly? And can we also sneak in here without dealing with these biters yet? I would enjoy not having to do that combat yet. So yeah, we're going to have one line that goes up there towards the copper. The oil is stuck somewhere in here, isn't it? Yeah, the pump jacks are going to be over here, which means we can... Yeah, I am invulnerable to poison capsules for as long as I am in a car, which is helpful for doing environmental crimes like this. And then, yeah, I think we grab a bit of this rail, we run this in like so. We hit... Oh, no, I can actually... Yeah, I am not personally invulnerable to the gas. It's just me in the car. But now we've put ourselves so close to this pump jack that we kind of have to dodge it with... Yeah, this should be fine because we will have pumps and tanks in other places, but right here is a position where we can have pump jacks, and then rail here. We have 5 fluid wagons, so that's what we're doing. We also just picked up some more coal, so we can not use that for coal yet. Yeah, we're also really close to that base. We will need to deal with that sooner rather than later, but I also would like to get the power in here first if we can. Can we drag this in the... Oh, we're going to run out of rail and or still worry about how we are connecting this to the rest of the network. Running out of rail, super great. Just swing back in here for more rail, and yeah, notice that everything is, the base is kind of running out of a bunch of stuff. We are low on the stone. We set up the stone outpost and put stone on the train and then didn't bring it over, which is super cool. We're also, yeah, really short on iron as well. Yeah, those little outposts are doing what they can. So let's have the bots build, say, in here, rail for a station where we can put stone, and then also one where we can put copper, and then that seems to dodge the power poles, so we can use that for an iron station, and then we can also plan how far these links have to go, because, oh yeah, I want it to be in here. We have still... Is 300? I don't know if 300 is going to be enough rail, but we can get the rail spine through here, and then over to there, over to the location where we have our other train. We are only a tile off. Mostly we wanted the power, because we also would like to get the pump jacks working as soon as we can. So we should have power in here by now, or at least the option of getting power in. Actually, let's do that later, because we first want to think about how all of these pumps are going to connect. And I think we're going to see if we can do... you're not quite going to fit, which is a little bit annoying, but also Fluids 2.0, we can get away with garbage stations like this now, because... okay, that one's still going to be a little bit of a shame. Yeah, this is... we no longer need to worry about how fluids work. It's just going to take care of itself, although we do still want 2 pumps into each wagon. And then, yeah, I don't have any undergrounds. I also have left a bunch of ghosts around the place, and I was going to have a Roboport network somewhere, of which I only bought 3 bots. Controversial. Okay, give you some pipes, give you some tanks. You also wanted pumps. Here are all the pumps. We also still wanted to make sure that all these guys were powered, and I'm not sure they were. That looks like it's going to be a mess, but whatever. And then there is one other pump jack over here. Have some power poles as well. The thing we need to do with some priority is blast the biters that are right here. So there's still a lot of small and medium biters around, so we're going to throw a bunch of poison capsules and then also get rid of these trees as well so we can drive in there. But then after that, yeah, landmines are the way we're doing stuff. And then driving into rocks is also a thing we're doing apparently. It's probably fine. Okay, so this is handled. Yeah, you guys can just drive at me. We are putting oil on a train, which is fantastic. I've got some more coal down here. Can we leave those other biter nests there and just get the oil back to the base and then deal with them in a bit? Because, again, the less work I have to do before collecting oil, the better. No, we can't get rid of most of those landmines because they will get attacked by other stuff. But we are putting oil on a train. We do need to bring in some speed modules. We're going to worry about that later. I don't have any repair packs. Let's get on that as well. Let's signal this station. We are going to be doing the silly both ways thing, so ask before you can get on the network, but okay, yeah, didn't want to destroy that rail, wanted to move the chain signal because it's got to be somewhere that we can have The double-sided rail. Yeah, permission to go into the station, requesting to go into the shared bi-directional track stuff. We need more tanks here, don't we? Because each fluid wagon has a capacity of 500,000, but each of these tanks, because we're missing 4 tanks, we don't actually have here the capacity to store enough oil to fill a train, and we would like to do that. We would also like to bring more bots. We're going to worry about that later. Wait, how many? I have just over 200 rails, so this might be okay. We might be able to get this into the network pretty quickly. Yeah, a train station here or something. Okay, so while bots are doing that, we're going to drop one of these other cars. Do I have fuel for any kind of fuel? Don't care. Need to get down to the steel outpost. Okay, this is not the way. We can't be driving through there. Because we want to be making... We want more pumps and more tanks so that we can... Yeah, we've got a whole lot of the stuff. Okay, cool, great. More pumps and more tanks so that we can build the train station on the other end, and we can move around that steel in engines later. We are mostly waiting on having enough oil at the moment, and we are collecting the oil now, which is really great. Can you... This even happens to be in exactly the same place. Excellent. And then where here is where we're also going to turn in here, and we're going to do the same thing with the signals, except yeah, you are always allowed in here, but this one needs to go this way, yes. And then we're also going to need a... This is bi-directional rail, so we can have some kind of responsible signaling here, kind of. And then we should be in a position to throw another station over here somewhere. Like so. Say this is the station that would like to receive oil, and then find this train, empty cargo, and we should have the automation of this train arriving, and then we just need to have all of the pumps, of which we have many, put them in a place that they actually connected to a train. Yeah, okay, so this is we're gonna change this a little bit as well. And we have reconnected this, which is good. We need to do all of these pumps. The bots are bringing pipe and power poles, and we are... this is connected through here. We can have another pump here, and we're going to say... Actually, it doesn't matter. I was going to do, like, pump if... How are we getting attacked there? I was going to do a pump if we were low on oil in the other... Oh, because I'm not actually close enough. I wanted some of this fuel so that I could get in this car, so that I could drive over here to see what these guys are doing to my copper outpost. And I think we're just going to go straight in with a bunch of poison capsules. They have destroyed... I wonder if there are many bots in that Roboport network, which does remind me, I did want other bots to take to my other network, so that's all fine. All of this we can signal later. This is all going pretty well, and we are just pumping into the other system. So if we look at the petrochem, we should be... Our petrochem should be running now, and now we are back into the I don't have enough copper situation, which is fun. I don't think we let green chips out of here at all at the moment. I think we run all the green chips in here, and when we do that, we just let these guys make coils. Yeah, so this is now backing up, and we will just be making red chips, which will just be making the blue science, of which we already have a surplus, which is great. So we're going to go and put mining productivity back in the queue, because we have done, you know, about 2,000 points of this research for no value. We need to finish that off so that we can actually have it do something useful for us. And then I still have the repair packs, but it's fine. We need to get... We don't need to, but we are now in the position of being able to be in this train. Oh, I have actually grab this guy, get on this side of the train. These dudes, this space here, we did want to push this space immediately, yes, but this train station here, Antonio, congratulations, you are the train station of oil, and this train we can just add empty full, not fuel, full cargo. Yeah, just go and do that. Meanwhile, I will not join you. I will intercept a power pole, but then wherever these other biters were that were trying to swing in and attack us, we have our oil station online. We have... Oh yeah, I need a slowdown capsule for these guys. Yeah, because I didn't actually want to get stuck by any of these big biters, because the big biters will actually do a lot of damage to the car. Should we even be doing this in a car? We should arguably be walking this in, because it's kind of safer. Less likely to worry about getting the car destroyed. I would rather not lose the car. Might cost a couple more landmines, but whatever. Yeah, so this base can also go away. We will have secured our oil. We should be in a good position to also expand the stone immediately. We should be pretty happy. These guys are not pretty happy. Yeah, we've got our oil going, we've got a lot of storage, we've got our research progressing, we've got only 50 minutes left if we want to get this done within 10 hours, which would be a little bit of a shame. Yeah, we can just send this back and get that oil over there as well. Did we... You've got all the bots, but we just don't have... Or we don't have landmines over there. That's why all these guys are blinking. Yeah, we want to pull these landmines back. We also want to blast this other base. Things we can get around to next time. Yeah, we have outposted. We are successful.